maybe I'm getting the wrong idea, but if you were to say something like, if you're standing in the public speaking, you said, men, you know, friends, Romans, men, lend me your ears, or something like that. I'm not saying it's biblical, I'm just saying, wouldn't that be plural?
Yeah, I would think so.
As death is not, but
Okay, I don't believe there is a vocative ending that's different than the nominative, put it that way. So you would
well, I'm not
see-
arguing with you, I don't
No.
know, I'm just.
No, you're right. You would translate it, see, that's where you would take context. You would see it isn't addressed to men, and it's plural, but it would still be,
When Jesus said to the 12, I go and prepare a place for you. Or what you just, like, let not your hearts be troubled.
anthropos would be man, singular, and then anthrope would be oh man, or you man, directly to one man.
1 minute.
Men, whether it was nominative or vocative, would be the same. So there would be no differentiation. And if you look here, if you look at the first declension feminine, the nominative and the vocative for the first declension feminine are the same. It's really only in, and even the second declension neuter is the same. So it's really only in the second declension masculine that the vocative is even different. And that may be, when I gave you the percentages, it's less than 1%, that may be one of the reasons why, is because there's not that many cases, or it's only in the first, the second declension second declension singular, that it has a different meaning.
Okay. Like when Jesus said, let not your hearts be troubled, there's not even a subject there, but it's an understood you, but it's a collective you. I'm not sure what the Greek says, I'm not looking at that.
Well, I'm pretty sure that in the plural, it's always the same as the nominative. So they never even show it because it's the same. I think the only reason they show it in singular is because in the masculine second declension, it is different. So if we take cosmos, which means world or universe, and we take the same endings as logos, got cosmos, and you just basically take the whole stem, and you can just go down, and I know you see right, sometimes the stem final vowel will change. So here we have upsilon, and in the dative, the O, the short O, it's called a blout. It changes and it gets longer, so it goes from a short O to a long O. And then the dative ending is iota, and iota, if it's on the end of a word and it's a vowel, it will subscript. So like when we saw pneumati, it stayed there without subscripting because that's a consonant. But under the vowel, it'll subscript. And then cosmon, and then if you were addressing the world, I guess it'd be cosme.
So, would the iota subscript be similar to the almost like a silent E in English?
Yeah, it is sort of like that. It is silent, so that's only necessary for you to know what case it's in and for translation. But as far as pronunciation, it's not there.
Because it's there, but it's not said.
It's similar to like a silent E. And then when you get to the plural, cosmoi, I can already see I messed up on logos. The plural on the nominative logos should be logoi, if y'all want to correct that. So instead of a sigma ending, it should be a Omicron, iota. On the nominative plural, where it says logos, it should be logoi. And that's a case where the iota does not subscript, because I think it only subscripts under a long vowel, so it only subscripts under an eta or an omega, or also an alpha, because alpha could be long or short. And then genitive, again, the Omicron lengthens and the ablat becomes an omega. It's omega nu. And if you can learn omega nu for genitive plural, it's across the board. If you look at masculine, feminine, and neuter, they all have the same ending. And then the dative, cosmo, and then it ends in iota, sigma. So with these endings, you can pretty much take, sure, I'll get that out of the way. With these endings, you can pretty much take any noun stem that's in the second declension masculine and just replace this stem and go down with your declension. And then we won't have this. We had a second bell or light. Okay, a few minutes after we already. So if y'all want to take the second Doron and the third Agape and the fourth Cardia and do the same things with the examples that you have above, y'all can try that out on your own. Just replacing, and then you can, if you want to, take the vocabulary that Jeff's given you in the past and pick out masculine, second declension nouns. Do the same thing. You gonna say something?
No, she was asking me a question.
And I believe all the rest of these case endings are correct. You can